This is the axis line that we've talked about, and we are trying to rally from around this area where, look at the volume spike a little bit here, right? So from the low volume, obviously during the holidays, yes, now the volume is being picked up, so there is more exchange of shares around this area. What's the result of that? An attempt to rally. Why am I saying an attempt? Well, I mean, it is attempting to rally. And plus, when we look at some of the components of the rally, we are kind of asking or questioning or asking a question, what is the target of this rally? Is there enough causality, let's say, like around this trading range to push the price beyond this bar right here? And this was a very important bar because it basically starts the movement to the downside from this whole area, which is showing some elements of strength, both strength being above the axis line and also strength in the way of how the structure is unfolding around the 200 moving average, this blue line, and also the downsloping resistance. Before, as I talked to you about this, we didn't have those multiple touches. We didn't have intraday, a breakout or intraday upthrust as we do here. So there is something changed here, and we want to see, after this down bar, could we rally back into this area, or at least into this area where again we have this confluence of the resistance, the 200 moving average, and the axis line. And so far, I would say that attempting is probably the best word, even though Friday's bar was pretty good, but in reality, what did it achieve? When we are asking this question, we're obviously thinking about the intention behind the buying here. What did the bias intended to do? And most likely, they were intending to overcome a specific resistance, right? So in our case, an axis line. Did they do it? They didn't do it on Friday, and the close fell right into the resistance. So there is some kind of emergence of the opposing force, which is obviously a supply, that is not allowing the price to go through this level. But then today we are going through on the intraday and then into the close we're selling. So therefore we are going to say that supply has emerged, and it's emerging in a logical place where before we had the increase of the force and of the upthrust, by the way. So this whole area right here, and this is kind of like where we would be expecting some supply. And it actually coincides, look how it coincides here, let's say like with this area right here, the CPI report, the Fed, the CPI. So, this area definitely has a lot of resistance for the demand to push the price, with ease. So we just have to see what's going to happen next.